One. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ladies Tale podcast. Yes, I got it right because it's not the Woman's Cave, and it's not, what's that other one we do?
See, you can't even brag correctly, so that's hilarious.
I can definitely brag,
I'm
just
Jade.
not correctly. Oh, yeah, she's Jade over there.
the
I will
voice
know now.
behind the camera.
Oh, my goodness. I almost forgot to introduce her.
Yeah, you see, you're welcome.
Yeah, but when she's here, I'm so professional. I would have done that at the end, though. I would have been like, and I will know now. Anyway, not important. I'm back on track. What is that track, by the way?
I don't know. Okay, so
anyway,
we go literary life guide to pop poetry. There you go, Winona.
Thank you. There, and I thought divorce was bad, and I thought being grown up was easy. If only I were me, a memoir in verse. What is debt and foreign coffee? You can get all those audio books on any place you get your audio books. And if you want to see the 11, which equals 17 books in total for us, the rest of the 11 books and a bunch of other stuff we wish we never put on the internet. No, I joke. You can go to www.andithoughtLadies.com. But you're not here to hear about me. You're here to hear about our wonderful guest. Wonderful guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Beth Broday. And you asked me for 3 things. I'm going to give you 4. Okay. I'm a former rock chick, producer, warrior, and mom.
Not a former. Okay. Anyway, a former rock chick.
Right. Well, I'm not a current rock chick. I'm a former.
Okay. No. Explain. Like you have to explain former rock chick because I don't even know what a rock chick did.
Okay. I spent the majority of my career in the music business. Initially rock and roll, but rock and roll, pop music, any kind of music you could imagine. I'm one of the pioneers of the music video industry. And I started my own production companies in Los Angeles in the early 80s and had one of the first major music video production companies in the world. We had offices in London and LA and Nashville and New York, and we produced music videos for a lot of artists. And so the music business has always been my focus. It has always been my passion. And yeah, I'm a rock chick. Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, babe.
I officially feel like when you said that you were a rock chick, you went like all in. But I'm happy that it started a business for you. What were some of the challenges that you faced as you went ahead as a pioneer?
Okay. Well, one of the major challenges was that there were no women who were running production companies. This was really early on in the early 80s. And honestly, it was the very beginning of the business. And there were a few of us in Los Angeles that were just kind of videotaping music artists. But Warner Brothers Records called me one day in 1983 and said, I need you to go down to Florida and shoot a new artist named Prince. And Prince was 26 years old. And I had no idea who Prince was. And so all I knew is that they were asking me to go down there and make a video for a song called Little Red Corvette. So I flew down to Florida and had an incredible experience working with Prince. And when we came back with all the footage and we cut it together, no one had ever seen him. So the truth is that Little Red Corvette, the video that I made with him, launched his career as well as my career. Because after producing that video, everybody wanted to talk to me. Everybody wanted to know what I was doing. And so I decided to start my own company. But there weren't women in the business then starting their own production companies. So that was one hurdle. The other hurdle was, being a pioneer in an emerging industry. There's a lot of mistakes and a lot of things that could happen, but when you start your own business, you cannot be afraid of taking risks. Risk taking is everything. So even, in production, you're constantly on a very tight schedule. and you're taking certain risks, hoping that the creative direction of what you're doing works out. So you have to be really willing to take risks. You also have to be willing to sort of start at the bottom and try to understand which part of production, if you desire being in the production business, in the film and video business, which part of that appeals to you. Now, I always saw myself as a producer. I was not a cameraman, and in those years, I wasn't a director, but I knew how to put people together. And I knew how to sell my directors to the record companies and to the artists. So whether it was Prince or Stevie Wonder or Sting or Alanis or whoever, all the artists that I worked with over the years, you learn how to navigate that world of record companies and managers and production.
Okay. I recognize you said you were not a director then.
Not then.
So I have to ask, what have you directed since then?
Well, since then, I've directed some music specials. Okay. I directed an hour music special for Alanis Morissette. I've directed documentaries. I've directed like 36 webisodes for Yanni, and also produced and directed a live music special for Yanni in Acapulco. And I direct most of the webisodes that I do for artists myself. So I'm basically the interviewer and the producer, and I create all of this content for, online distribution across all of their platforms.
Okay, so now I feel like there's just a little bit of pressure, just a titch of pressure, because you are an interviewer. So if I'm doing this interview bad, let me know. Don't, I joke. Don't let me know.
That's okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm looking at your picture here, and I'm like, you said you started in 1983. How could you start in 1983? You look fabulous. Is there skincare I need to know about? You can answer that if you want to.
Sure. I mean, I'll tell you what skincare I use. I use True Botanicals.
No. I'm joking with you. Oh, botanicals? Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have those, so I'm definitely gonna have to use that. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry that I even made you answer that question. That is not a good interviewer question. You could have definitely said that.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
What is next for you? I mean, you said that you were a rock chick and a former rock chick, and now you owned your own production company. What is next for you? Are you going to be like president or something? I feel like that's where you're heading.
Well, I've actually spent the last 19 years, in addition to the work that I do, raising my daughter, and her name is Liberty. And so that's where the mom part comes in, and the warrior part, because I had a baby at 50 years old. I had an enormous career, which was wonderful and made me very happy. But in the late 90s, I was diagnosed with cancer. So I had to start all over. I had to really battle that and really be a warrior to get through that. And when I got through it and I was cancer-free, I made the decision that I wanted to adopt a child. So I've been producing, but also raising my daughter. So that's why I say I'm a former rock chick, producer, warrior, and mom.
Wow. You truly are a warrior.
Wow.
To get through that and still be and still have a career and had a company and then become a mom. That's amazing. I could not have done it.
And how?
So you asked me what's coming next. I'm actually writing a memoir.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear. We like to hear people writing. We love it.
I'm writing a memoir, and I'm going to tell all my rock and roll stories. And I'm also going to talk about, raising a child in my 50s and 60s, or as I call it, boomer raising Zoomer.
Well, that's so right.
That is.
Okay, so that means that you're better at computers than most boomers.
Say
If
it
you're
again.
a Zoomer.
She's a Zoomer.
Yeah, but like she keeps you young though, right?
Oh, absolutely. And she's lucky. And
Exactly.
you know what? She's lucky to have me, because I could be some old fuddy-duddy and didn't know anything about pop culture and music. But she's lucky because I have been able to keep up with her every step of the way with music and everything. I mean, I'm just one of those people. So, you know, she loves music, and we really enjoy it together.
Well, that is fabulous. I mean, wow. I mean, I just feel like I've really been.
I feel like I haven't accomplished enough in my life.
Right. I'm like, I need to do some more.
Like, cause I feel like, you know, if you're like in your 20s and stuff, right? And you hear someone, and you're like, yeah, I don't feel like I'm on track to finish all that.
Hey.
But what lesson?
You know what? Here's
as you.
My feeling about that is that you got to find something in your life that makes your heart sing. And then you just got to sing it loud and sing it out. And that way you can accomplish tremendous things. Because when you wake up every morning and you're passionate and you love the people you work with and you love what you're doing, because in production and film, it's a collaborative medium. So you get up every day and you're moving mountains, right? With a group of people that you have to be respectful and motivating and giving direction and vision. But if you follow your heart, if you follow your passion, you'll succeed.
I feel like that's the perfect words to end the interview on.
Yes. So where can people find out more about you?
In the upcoming book.
In the upcoming book, my goal is to finish the memoir by the end of the year. So that's what I'm doing, and I've never written anything really before, so it's really challenging. But I'm in a year-long memoir class with Amy Ferris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
nice.
So I'm excited.
I can't wait to read the memoir. I'm not gonna lie.
I will send it to you.
Are you also writing just a little bit about the craft services in your memoir? Just a little bit.
About the what?
Jade has to ask everyone about craft services.
Oh, of course.
She's
well,
like,
of
don't
course.
forget that.
Well, of course. Craft service is the most important thing.
Yes.
We talked
well, then
I'm
gonna enjoy reading your memoir and be like, maybe I could order some of that. Let me just get on my app.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm reading the memoir and you write about craft services, I'm making a list of all the things I'm getting off. But then any craft service table that I will come across, if they have it, I'm getting it. I'm like, because Beth had that, I'm gonna have to have some of that. And Beth had this, I'm gonna have to have some of this. I'm sorry, we have got off subject. We were about to end the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, where could do you have any social media things or things you want to plug at the end of the show?
Actually, I'm writing my memoir. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. But I haven't really built a unique social media presence just yet, but that might be in the future.
So you guys, I feel like she's saying get in on the ground floor, the basement level, and be a fan of hers. Yes, right. This is a basement level opportunity to be a great fan. I'm joking. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap us up. You can find out everything that your ladies are doing at www.andithoughtLadies.com. While you're there, go down to the middle of the page and you will see the charities that we proudly support, and you can support them too. We thank you in advance for that. Also, remember that wisdom is all around you if you're open to finding it and accepting it. So peace and love, you guys, from Alona
and the voice of Jade. Bye. Oh yeah, thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you. Do you have